So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. There's the whistle. Osimhen's cross. And the volley. Defending of the desperate variety. Konate kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pass is just off target. It's a goal kick. Stood up well to him there. Cristiano Ronaldo. Mbappe. Oh, here's a chance. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's found the way through. Osimhen. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
David De Gea, simply because of the remarkable strides he's made to earn the worldwide respect that now exists. From an insecure, hesitant spell...
Oh no, this does not look good! And that was very necessary. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Timber gets it away. That's beautifully weighted.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's been caught napping. That's going to go a long way. Wan-Bissaka. And he gets rid in a hurry. Big chance! Goal! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So the first goal of in the city! It's off target and by quite a way.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Out of play for a throw. Tar attempts a clearance. Osimhen. Barella. Chance for the header! Sticks it away! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Croatia clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And here's Mbappe. Looking for the run. Tar promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Wan-Bissaka clears it away. He's through here. Alvarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's surging through. Oh, that's well spotted. Barella tries to get it clear. Alvarez. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Great position here. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's a good ball. And he's quick to get it clear again. That'll be a throw.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rudiger gets it away. Pedri. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Mbappe. Oh, it's come loose. Osimhen. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's half-time here. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The second half then, just getting going. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's there to get it away. Deftly away. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Wan-Bissaka. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he was quick to react. That's good vision. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It is a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. João Palhinha. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Osimhen. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well,
he's having a hit!
The attendance for this match was
a real chance and a real let-off.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Substitution for Croatia. Number 15.
Croatia choosing to make the first change.
Number 45, Osimhen. Number 20, Alvarez.
Just about up to the hour now.
Number 23, Barella. Number 10,
Cleared away.
Pedri. Coming on the field, number 8.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eder Militao getting this one clear. No, that was never going to make it. It's Dembele! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. That has been knocked clear. That is a brilliant interception. Mbappe gets it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Osimhen, up he goes! It's anyone's ball now. Konate gets good distance on it. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's intervened well there. He's looking wide.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Can he get it through? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substitution in progress.
That is masterful defending. Now that's well seen too. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Oh, shooting chance! João Palhinha. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that has fair fizzed. All hands on deck for this one. In for a header! Valverde gets rid without sophistication. Oh, that's neat. That's an excellent interception. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, played right into his path.
Pretty robust defending.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Great chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Quality ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Danger averted for now. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's heaved it away, moved on forwards. Chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Last-ditch defending, but he's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. There's the shot! Superb from Dembele! And that has raised the roof! Simplicity. So that's it. It is all over. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This, of course, the instantly recognisable backdrop to many a famous European night. Football's ultimate theatre. So we're up and running. And it's hoisted clear. That's really well cleared. Talinia spots it and intercepts. Osimhen gets flagged offside. Konate is there and he can get that clear. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Swept in. Tar gets it clear. Eder Militao gets it away. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to get it clear. And Nesiri. Osimhen. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that's been won straight back. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through balls to near perfection, as well as keep hold of it when he's under pressure. He's a real leader out there, someone who can take control of the game and maintain it.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And that's played in low. Ah, that's a fine interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Valverde promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well read, and the danger is averted. Gundogan is there to clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a good run, that. Great timing. Now it's Osimhen. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, that's a key interception. Good ball over the top. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That's a decent clearance. Mbappe, that has been slung wide. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Mbappe. Neither side yet able to find the net. And he's there to retrieve it. Osimhen is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the finish! Goal! Croatia! And it's Croatia who take the lead! Croatia have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And it's Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Gundogan.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Konate getting this one clear. He's a sharp little ball here. Cleared without hesitation. Tar. Osimhen looks to get on the end of this. En-Nesyri finds himself offside. Romani kept his eye on it, and he's there. Araujo clears it away. Look at the space here. Climbs up big. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And the counter is on. Nicely aimed pass. And now they can clear their lines. And he can clear it away. Modric. Now it's Osimhen. And claimed it back swiftly. And through to the goalkeeper. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Araujo, Osimhen is onto it in a flash. Simons. Modric. Oh, they can break here. Out to the right. Back into the middle. And he's intervened well there. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now it's Osimhen. Opts to play it back. Has a look and plays it forward.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Osimhen. And the shot! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Croatia choosing to make the first change.
El dorsal 45, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 10, Modric, el dorsal 22. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 8, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 20, el dorsal 7.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Great ball if he can get there. Caught offside that time.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.847
Nicked it back
espectadores.
promptly. Simons. Gundogan. Gundogan. This is promising. Again the flag's up.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Dembele is herring after that one. And here's Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. João Palhinha. Now Simons. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Osimhen. Tar makes the interception. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Gundogan. Quality ball. Dembele. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe. Konate clears. That pass has been well intercepted. Nicely spread. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, they've got it again. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's run loose here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given
Se va a
away.
realizar un cambio de jugadores.
just beyond his reach. And the keeper, he's having a go! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Hit into the middle. And he's taking no chances. And the volley. And it's Dembele, looking for the runner, and he thumps it clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Shifted upfield. It's a pretty loose pass. There will be 4 extra minutes. Araujo calmly anticipates. And they've got rid. Nkunku. Petrauda. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that has been clubbed away. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He can run onto that. He has found the way through. Can he finish? So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This, of course, the instantly recognisable backdrop to many a famous European night. Football's ultimate theatre. So we're up and running. Oh, good take in a good area. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades. And I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rudiger gets it away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Osimhen! There it is! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Had a shot! He saw the danger and he went crashing in. And he's there to get it away. Forwards and with intent. En-Nesyri gets flagged offside. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Deftly away. Well read, nice interception. Griezmann. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, they've got it again. Rudiger gets it clear. Pedri. Pedri going face to face with his great rival. They've won a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
Gavi, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And no, that was never going to make it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Cuts it out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Croatia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Tar deals with that comfortably.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Koundé looks to the other side. Pass somewhat off target. En-Nesyri is onto this. And he thumps it clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And that has been clubbed away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's really well cleared. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Hernandez. João Palhinha. There he goes, motoring forward. Donnarumma getting this one clear. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Chouameni. And smartly reclaimed. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. No, he's not getting his way this time. Nicely worked. He's been picked up. Osimhen! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite. There they go, hunting again.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he's managed to get rid.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
No way through there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
The pass has gone astray. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Gavi. And there is the half-time whistle. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Mbappe. Gavi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
De Gea catches it safely. Koundé clears it away. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Nesiri is wide and looking to get onto this. Konate makes the interception. Still just a single goal between the sides. Griezmann.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Delicate chip through. And they're back on the ball again. Nesiri!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Croatia are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's a pretty loose pass. And the finish! And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Griezmann. That's headed upfield. Osimhen. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Cleared away. And the shot! And it's in! They're seen no way back, but they are level.
Croatia clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. That's good defensive concentration.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's in with the challenge.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a nicely measured pass. Nkunku finds himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores.
beautifully weighted. Can he finish? Konate does really well to win the ball there. And claimed it back swiftly. That is a great pick out. And he's away. Hits one! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Has a look and has a go. Giroud. Koundé with the clearance. Taken back almost at once. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Danger averted for now. Succumbs to the pressure. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He'll try from distance. He can get that clear. Oh, that's a key interception. Engages and forces him off the ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And that's been... And time is up. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Every game feels like a special one in Buenos Aires, even more so perhaps in this neighborhood of Núñez, famously inhabited by a true heavyweight of South American football, River Plate. So it's down to business here. Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's found support out wide. Good read, needed to be. And that was very necessary. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's intervened well there.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Osimhen. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And the shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Goalkeeper's ball. Simons. Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Forwards and with intent. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, that's a key interception. Modric. Tar gets good distance on it. Lucas Paqueta.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's really well cleared. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That has been knocked clear. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri, looking for the runner. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Modric, Simons, and that's a throw-in. Some resolute defending there. Osimhen is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he cuts out the supply. Vinicius Junior.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
De Gea is there to take. Gabriel makes the interception. Simons. Oh, what has happened here? Rudiger. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Now, Cuckoo!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
It's run loose here. He's shifting through the gears here. Tar attempts a clearance. Nkunku looking to penetrate opposition lines. Simons. He's in plenty of space here. Lucas Paqueta. Tar. Speculative strike. He's in space and looking for options. Osim's a mighty effort! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Cleared away. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo
And
reglamentario.
they've got rid. Now it's Osimhen. Lucas Paqueta. Oh, that's a fine interception. Keeper's ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Cambio en Croacia. Número 20. Lo reemplazará número 2.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Aimed in towards the centre. And he's there to clear it. Oh, the ball's come loose here. That has been knocked clear.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Simons. Vinicius Junior. And he's managed to get rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Nkunku. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Simons. And that's been intercepted. Koundé. Osimhen looks to get on the end of this. And that has put paid to that. He could be in here. He can get that clear. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. It's really well manoeuvred. And he cuts out the supply. And That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Croatia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That has been cut short. And now they can clear their lines. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And he's taking no chances there. No, he is not giving anything away. Konate goes steaming forward. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Modric. Osimhen. Osimhen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Simons. Nkunku. It's a pretty loose pass. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Se está realizando un cambio.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And it's hoisted clear. Looks for the finish.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's had a hit. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's En-Nesyri. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! And that would have won it.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Croatia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And that's been won straight back. Looks to clip it forward. Oh, lovely bit of skill. It's gone out for a throw-in. Goes in for the header! somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Corner number 3 coming up. Now the finish! A real chance and a real let-off. That looks a cracking ball. Real chance here. Big chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Vinicius Junior. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Plays a delicate ball, and he was quick to react. Sends it crossfield. Mbappe is herring after that one. Wan-Bissaka. Time added on 4 minutes. Ketrauda is there to clear. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This, of course, the instantly recognisable backdrop to many a famous European night. Football's ultimate theatre. So it's down to business here. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To open the scoring. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Hoisted in, steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that's been won straight back. Pellegrini, and that's a... Can he put it away? And here's Mbappe. Osimhen.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cleared away. That pass has been well intercepted. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. It's a sharp pass. He's not got that quite right. Mbappe. Osimhen. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tar clears it away, and the volley. No, he's missed it.
João Palhinha put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Petrauda clears. Aims beyond the defence. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Alvarez! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
And that has been cleared. And that's put paid to a promising move. Great defending, strong and determined. Pellegrini is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And he's straight offside.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gently done. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's there to belt it away. Mbappe, and now the breakaway. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Mbappe. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's had a shot! He can get that clear. And he's there to clear it. Barella getting this one clear. Osimhen. And that has been clubbed away. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Knocks it out wide, and he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, that's a nice ball. Pass somewhat off target. Pedri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, they could be caught out here. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Well, there was to be no other outcome. Croatia are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe gets flagged offside. And we've reached half-time.
En el marcador se podrá ver a continuación un resumen con las jugadas más destacadas de la primera parte.
And we're off again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes...
And the finish! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are cruising away.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Croatia find a position of real strength now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Wan-Bissaka. That'll be a throw-in. Tar cuts it out. Rudiger. Simons. And that could set him on his way. Lovely feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And he's got the shot away! Oh, taken with style.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So is this the start of a comeback? Rudiger attempts a clearance. Deftly done. That's been cut out, well played. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Mbappe. There will be a throw-in.
Cambio de jugadores en Croacia. El dorsal 45, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 20.
Intercepts the throw, and well read. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Interesting ball.
El dorsal 21, el dorsal 91. Cambio de jugadores.
Pressing high and with purpose.
Asciende a 96.026
Wan-Bissaka.
espectadores.
Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tchouaméni. Mbappe.
Croatia clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Wan-Bissaka has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Adama Traore is onto it in a flash. Osimhen. Thiaw calmly anticipates. Tchouaméni. Osimhen. Nkunku. He's got away. Osimhen tries to get it clear. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's in the city.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's found a way through. He's in here. Adama Traore! He scores!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. João Palhinha. Palhinha charging forward, the ball at his feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Osimhen. Defending of the desperate variety. Xiao makes the interception. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Ndombele cuts out the pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Barella. And he's on it, hits one! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive. Danger averted for now. Osimhen. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Eder Militao, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And it's Adama Traore. En-Nesyri. He's had a hit! It's in! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight.
En el minuto 87.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Oh, what has happened here? He has found the way through. That's tidy. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pedri. Osimhen providing an outlet on that flank. It's Griezmann! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Griezmann. Nkunku. Played it early. Xiao gets it away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And they're quick to get it back. He's shifted. Osimhen! Oh, that's another chance. And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do.